why we gotta have a camera person so that they won't see when you're
Right.
walking in the camera.
All right. That's wrong.
Oh no, not the shoes.
That's not in the picture.
This is terrible. How many times we gonna talk about why you don't wear shoes when you come to the shoe shack?
Because you ain't tell me to be talking about that.
But I mean,
You
I
know
talk
you
about it
on
all the time.
live now.
But I'm just saying, look at my feet.
All right,
Don't
look
you
at
know
mine.
you can wear shoes when you come to the shoe shack?
All right, I'll start wearing shoes. Some type of
Not
shoes.
slippers. No,
I'll start wearing
not
shoes.
slippers. Oh my goodness. Good evening, She Shackers, and thank you for tuning in with me, A Queen, here in the She Shack. We have some topics that unfortunately, we have to discuss these topics tonight. But before we get into what's going on in California, I will be letting people know that you are here, so you don't have to be
Hi.
looking at me all
Hi.
crazy. Um,
Start this show off right.
we're not even about to go here. This is what we're not about to do tonight in the She Shack. He's actually filling in for the real co-host who is not here tonight, who had a prior engagement to attend to. So we have Mr. Trench sitting in on the She Shack. Just so y'all know, in the month of February, we're gonna pick back up and doing our guest every Tuesday night. I'm not saying that we don't enjoy your company, but we're gonna kind of like spread the love around and give other people a chance to
So you
come.
fire me? How I get fired? Not even been hired.
Um,
Ain't this some bullshit?
okay,
I
so
find out on live TV that I'm getting fired next month.
um, you can still man the cameras if you like.
My prices just went up.
Anyway, today is Thankful Tuesday, and it is always an absolute pleasure to come to you guys on Tuesday and talk to you about things that we're grateful and thankful for. I actually had a wonderful experience this afternoon. I was watching Steve Harvey because he's often posting things on social media about gratefulness and just manifestation and things of that nature. And it was something that was very interesting, and what he said was, oftentimes we forget to be grateful and show gratitude for the things that we currently have.
Right.
And because of that, how could we possibly be expecting for greater things to come when we're not showing gratitude for the things that we already have? Like, in other words, he's saying you're expecting God to bless you with something with greater, more than what you actually have, to enlarge your territory in a sense. But you don't find gratefulness in your heart for the things that he's already given you. Do you agree with that?
Just because you don't express it don't mean you're not grateful, is it?
Is that a question for me in return, or
Yeah, the
is
question
that is
return.
or is that or is
I
that your
mean,
response?
I mean, you could be grateful for the stuff that you have, even though you want more stuff, but you don't have to let the whole world know you're grateful for what you have. All
He
depends
ain't
on what
talking
it is.
about letting the whole world know, just letting God know.
Right. So I mean, yeah. I mean, if you're talking to God, no matter what, you tell him you thankful for what all he has done and what all you plan on doing. So obviously, he is aware that it is gratitude in that if you're sincere about being thankful for what he has done.
I think we're going to peel back that conversation a little bit. But before we get too far into that topic, we cannot ignore about what's going on in California. There
Okay.
has been three mass shootings in the state of
The,
California.
the age is cutting up over there, and it's the old people doing the killing.
I'm not about to go with you with these jokes. We're not about to do that because there was some
I
lives that was lost
I didn't say
in
a
the
joke.
process. Jokingly, yes, you
I had
did.
one coming, but I pulled it back. I pulled it back.
Because I mean, honestly, they're thinking. I mean, I did do a little research about finding out.
One of them was a coworker going off on his other coworkers, huh?
So what I actually found, the first one is, I'm not sure if I'm saying it right, Monterey Park, California. Because y'all know I'm a big country and I will tear a name up. I will tear it up.
That's the
So help me.
that's the mushroom field.
No. No. Can you stay focused?
All
And I'm
right,
gonna
go ahead.
need you to be well versed when you come to the She Shack and know what you're talking about. Mixing these things up together, and that is not what we're doing on the She
Okay.
Shack.
I know both of the
Okay.
instances was Asian people.
Excuse me.
Run your show. Run your show. Go ahead on.
Look
I'm
now.
getting fired anyway after the day,
Look,
so it don't matter.
so you this is like some Friday, like forget it,
Damn
right?
right. Damn right. I'm already being fired after the show, so who cares?
So on
Might
so
as well drink to this one then.
Monterey Park, I think it is California. It is predominantly occupied by Asians. The entire population is 60,000 as of 2022.
Oh, this was the linear party.
So the lunar,
Lunar.
the
Lunar.
Lunar New
I knew it
Year,
was L something.
and it was that particular town is predominantly occupied by Asian Americans, and they were at a what they call it, like a dance studio. It was older adults mostly, and that was affected by the mass shooting, and it was 11 people that lost their lives there.
So old guy running there shoot up old people.
They didn't say that was an old guy. So
They say he was 72 years
you
old.
trying to get the older man that shot up
The dance
the
thing was 72 years old.
was he? Now that's
Yeah.
news to me.
See, I'm up on it. I'm up on it. This
So he
dude was
was
72.
72 years old.
Yep. Yep.
And then we have a second shooting at the mushroom farm.
The 72-year-old went to the dance studio, shot up them people. Can't do it. I
You
can't
getting
do it.
kicked off the show.
I can't
You
do it.
definitely being kicked
But
off
he
the show.
left there and went somewhere else, and that's when the guy took the gun from him.
That's not the way I'm understanding it. So there's a lot of different stories out there, but my understanding is the gentleman that shot up the mushroom farm that was actually apprehended by, police officers was 66 years
All right,
old.
hold on. The one that went, what story goes on? He went, the 72-year-old, the first one, went into that dance studio, shot them people up, went to another place and was about to do some shooting, and another young Asian guy took the gun from him. He then, the old man then left, went got in his car and killed himself. That's the 72-year-old. They found him dead in a car.
I mean, well, um, I don't want to say that, oh, I'm sorry to hear he shot himself, but I'm sorry that all the incidents actually happened. And when
Right,
somebody get to a point where they are
right,
really to do some self-inflicted harm to themselves, that's when mental wellness and mental health actually come into play.
right.
And I mean, we are constantly discussing and talking about, seems like overtly about how mental health is in people with guns and those two things, regulations and
It
gun
don't
laws,
mix.
and it
But
don't seem
but
that we're really getting to a resolution. These mass shootings are happening
but
way too often.
can you really, how would you go about preventing those with mental health from having access to a gun? Is that
I think that there should. I mean, like, are they even asking them about their mental health before you go in there? Because I mean, I remember when you and I went into, an undisclosed name store and looking for to purchase a weapon. They didn't ask me anything about my mental health. Did they ask you? Because you know.
I'm what? I'm what?
I'm just asking.
I'm
I'm
what?
not trying to put your business in the street.
Cause I
But
what? Cause I
I'm not
what?
trying to put your business
I'm
in the
what?
street. I'm just saying. But were there any
I'm
questions
certified
about?
crazy. All right, she wants to say I'm certified crazy. Yeah, yeah. I got people saying yeah, I'm crazy. And yes, I do own a gun. So what that mean?
But I'm asking, like, I'm just asking, like, when you was going through that process to purchase a firearm, was there any questions ever asked to you about your mental wellness
Well,
or
I
your
think that
stability? Have you ever been, like, treated for whatever, whatever? Was there any questions asked to you?
I think they ask questions like in line something about body harm, about suicide and small stuff. They just tip tap around it. Because I don't think, well, maybe do the HIPAA law, you more familiar with that part. Would the HIPAA law prevent them from asking them questions?
Absolutely not.
Oh, okay. Because you the one telling it, right?
Absolutely not. HIPAA
Oh,
is like if protects your information to make sure other people can't get it, but
right.
it doesn't say that
So
you
if other
know.
people can't get it, how can the gun people that's buying stuff if
I
they
don't
don't want to
really
say it?
have like the fix it all solution to
Hmm.
what we can actually do to regulate this, but obviously there has to be something done. I mean,
Should the
mass shootings are happening like
Yeah, yeah,
much too often.
yeah.
You know,
3 and 11 days. What?
it was one person killed at the mushroom farm.
But
It was
listen,
it was one person killed in Oakland, but what they were saying in
it wound
Oakland
up being
was,
four.
did more people die?
Yeah, it wound up being they killed three of them. But the thing is, I read something that the month of January this year is the highest total so far of mass shootings in America. It's like 39 already mass
Are
shootings
we
since
talking like
January 1st.
historically?
Yes, it's
I
since January 1st. Now, you got to give it count that mass shooting is three or more.
hmm
So, and we at 39 already, the most ever in the United States.
I'm wondering, like the state of the economy, is that actually playing a part in what's happening here right now on our American soil, where we seeing more loss of lives, we seeing more people being evicted than ever before. We're seeing the whole Great Resignation era, where people are not even willing or wanting to return to their jobs after COVID. Like, it changed the face of America. We have so much that's going on right here, and I'm wondering, like, could those things be impacting the increase in violence that we're seeing?
It could be. It could be. I mean, I'm sure it plays a part, but a lot of it, everything comes back to home. I mean, how is home being handled? How you handle inside your house?
I disagree
And
with
and
it
and
coming back
and,
to
and it
home.
comes down to the village. Yeah.
No, I don't think it's
If I
boiling
know
down to a home
if
and
I know
village.
if I know my son is batshit crazy, why I'm gonna let him have about 10, 15 guns?
If your son is 24, 25 years old, how are you going to control how many guns he has?
He in my damn house. You ain't have all the guns in my house at 24, 20.
I don't think it comes down to that. It comes down to mental health and wellness.
Right,
I mean,
right.
like,
I agree with that.
being proactive, obviously. So, I mean, like, if you know that you may have somebody that's not quite stable
A little
mentally,
shaky,
and
shaky.
and and you notice that they are maybe accumulating a large amount of weapons. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I can see where you can say, like, where's the accountability, like, for the parents or the families of these people that live in your house, and you see that this is happening, but you're not proactive, and you're not saying that until actually the incident happened, and then you're saying, well, they're not right, they've been battling depression and all of this stuff. But if you've seen these things happening prior to, where are you being proactive at? Like, where are you preventing?
So yes, I see that being helpful with minors, but when you get to an older person that's dealing with all that, as far as an adult, and especially if they're not underneath your house, you really can't control that situation. You know, you need, I can see you run around and say, well, yeah, he has been battling depressions and this and that. I can only help as much as I can.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, sometimes I think that depression in older adults is underdiagnosed, over medicated at times, when you say, oh, they're empty nesting, they're getting a little lonely, or whatever the case may be. Let's give them some Prozac or some Zoloft to help boost their mood up. I think that there's it's not spoken about as much as it should, because I mean, look, at you have someone 66 years old, 72 years old, walking into a dance studio, committing a mass shooting. You have another.
The 66-year-old was still employed at the place. I think the
It
mushroom
doesn't
thing. Yeah,
matter. Like, think about it though. The impact. And I think a lot of times it's not really spoken about when you're talking about employees and employers.
Right.
And a lot of people is overworked, underpaid, stressed out. I mean, it's not a secret that there's such a shortage of
Yeah.
people working, and so you never know what people are actually
What you're
dealing
dealing
with.
with at home, and then you got the
You got to
co-workers.
deal with that. You're dealing with, I mean, COVID brought about a lot of PTSD that's not diagnosed, that
Right.
people are just like, get up and go to work.
What about that 5-year-old or 6-year-old boy that brought a gun to the school and shot the teacher?
And shot the teacher.
And he told him a couple of days before that he was gonna hurt them people, and they told the principal, and the principal didn't do nothing about it.
I mean, that's what I'm saying.
Now,
Like,
do you charge the parents for that?
or what is the accountability of the principal who was told and didn't do anything? Don't you have some accountability? Don't you think he has some accountability, or he or she has some accountability to
But
play in
what?
that?
How well rounded is a 5-year-old enough to go get a gun and bring it to school?
I'm talking about. I think the pressures of young people has truly changed.
5 years old.
I think it has truly changed. I think, I mean, the things that
That's
they're
beyond bad.
watching on television, and
That is
things
joke
are
of Satan.
not being controlled. You hear a lot of times parents say it's so difficult to control what their children are listening to or watching because of the media, internet and things like that. But I strongly disagree with that, because at a certain at 5 years old, like what are you allowing your child to watch other than some
Matter of fact,
cartoons?
the parent had to bring the 5-year-old to school, right? Five, that's kindergarten, right?
I think that's like preschool, kindergarten, yeah.
This joker killing in kindergarten for not getting nap time or something. That's ridiculous. I
I'm
don't know how
sure it
that.
don't have nothing to do with no nap time.
I don't know how in the hell teaching them what getting this juju. I told
You
y'all go
you
get you.
couldn't wait to come in, because I'm telling you, I knew you just can't wait, so you want to get started. But I know how
I'm
to
getting
shut you
fired.
down.
I'm getting fired anyway. So
I know how to shut you down, though. I definitely know how to
I
shut
tell you
you down.
what, my condolences go out to the mushroom plant, the dance studio, all the people, them Asian people that lost their lives. Condolences goes out to them.
In Oakland, California, it is suspected that it was individuals actually having a shootout
That's what it turned
on
out to be.
MacArthur Boulevard. That's what they say.
Is MacArthur like a main strip?
But I've never personally been to California, so maybe someone can correct me on it, but I have no idea. I'm absolutely clueless to that.
I just wonder what kind of mushroom plant
Hell no.
was that?
Hell no. We're not doing this. No, 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 no,
To be
no,
66
no,
years old working
no,
a mushroom plant.
no. At 66, you typically you retired at that age.
First he went to the truck stop. He went to the truck stop, so he probably got
I'm
something else
not.
too.
I'm not. We're not. No, absolutely not.
Uh,
On a lighter note, I
that's
just
some mushrooms
celebrated
for
my
you.
birthday.
Oh, happy birthday, yo! She
I
was looking
did.
fabulous. Let me say it right. She was so fabulous. That don't even feel right. But you was great, baby. You looking beautiful. You looking beautiful again. Show that shoe up. Put that shoe up there.
So I did just celebrate my birthday. It was absolutely amazing.
40 something.
Um, absolutely. Well, first of all, why are you concerned about my age? You
Because
want
you're
to tell everybody
beautiful.
how old
Cause tell them black
I
don't crack. Cause black don't crack.
am?
She's
You
looking
know,
fabulous.
a lot of African American women do not like that saying.
I care about a lot of other ones. I'm caring about you. You
I'm just
looking
saying,
good.
when you say
You
black
looking
don't
good.
crack, do you know that like puts additional pressure on a woman to like keep their skin to a degree? Don't show if you have wrinkles and all this whole kind of stuff.
What?
All because black don't crack.
But you make it look so easy and graceful, and you're just beautiful, baby. Now, I care about
You
everybody else.
laying it on real thick around here.
Mm,
Listen, we not even going.
mm.
Anyway, we had a fabulous time. I want to put just send a couple thank yous out to people that just help create an amazing vision over
Well,
this past weekend, because
so
both
what did you do?
myself and my grandson celebrated our birthdays. So shout out to my grandbaby, Caleb. Everybody know my Caleb, my grandson. He had a celebrated his ninth birthday on Saturday, and it was beautiful and amazing. He had a great time. And then I turned around and celebrated my 40 plus birthday on Sunday, and I chose to do it in a unique way. And
How,
so
yeah. What did you do?
I had a vision board party on my birthday, and it was a huge, gigantic success. Um, I decided that I wanted to do something different, simply because I believe in the power of manifestation. And the more that you can bring growth into your community, if you grow and your team grow, everybody's growing and everybody's going to keep growing and keep growing. I don't think that one person at the table should be growing and everyone else is not, or or at least sharing some things that work for you that will actually help people, move along in their journey and their walk. So we had a vision board party. It was absolutely amazing. We had a fantastically fabulous time. So I just wanted to take a few moments and give a couple thank yous. My first thank you is to my daughter Crystal, who hosted two parties, kind of, sort of, in 24 hours. She hosted Caleb's party, and then she came and assisted me with bringing my vision to life for the vision board party. You were absolutely amazing. She did it with patience and with grace. Um, and she made some fabulous cupcakes. I'm talking absolutely fabulous. Did you get some of those cupcakes?
Yeah, I tasted it.
Oh,
It was
they
good.
was pretty good.
I'm not really a sweets person, but it was good.
And then shout out
I tore it
also
up.
to and most recent tell, she is like an inherited, I don't know how to describe her as a family member, honorary family member. But shout out to Keisha, known on Instagram as Nothing But Legs, who came through like the mob, helped me set up everything from the tables to the decorations, helped me actually get dressed. And then when I was having my meltdown, she brought me back into play. And also to my magnificent and fabulous daughter, who did my makeup and made me feel absolutely beautiful on that day. So I just wanted to say, some thank yous to those people that helped out, and shout out to Fashion Nova, because that dress I got from Fashion Nova was the bomb. It was the bomb.
That's that's all the thank yous you want to give out.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the meal. It was wonderful. It was delicious. It
And,
was eggplant. It was shrimp bread.
and
It
I'm the
was
one about to get
macaroni and
fired.
cheese. It was fried chicken. And it was like hand delivered, table to table. It was absolutely phenomenal. It was absolutely phenomenal. Everybody ramped and raved about it. There wasn't much leftovers to it. People was cleaning up their plates, and um oh, and the cheesecake.
That was a coworker, John. John has a, I forgot. He was on one of the episodes that we took over.
Oh, so when y'all took my shisha, oh, so that's your makeup for taking over my she shack when I was in Miami. I
Yeah.
appreciate that. That, yeah, because y'all was disrespectful when you took over my she shack when I was in Miami. I don't understand. And then not only that, you talking about you at an undisclosed location and all of this kind of foolishness. I never got an opportunity to really talk to you about how you took over my she shack and tell you how much I didn't appreciate that
You doing that on live?
right now.
Oh well, when you slipping, you slip.
Oh, oh,
Ah, you
oh,
left
that's
it
what this
wide
is.
open. I slid in. I said, "Oh, look at this here.
Mhm.
It's time to have an episode.
Mhm. Mhm.
Do it again."
I'm not even. I'm just letting you know. But thank you for the cheesecake. It was magnificent. I'm talking about people was chopping it, taking it to go. They completely enjoyed that.
Hmm.
So it was a good night.
Yeah, it was a great night. We had a
So
good time.
I wanted to kind of, since you sitting up in here, I always like to freelance with you and
See how she fucked with me? I
find out
mean,
where
mess
some of
with
the
me.
things that sit up. Yeah, because we be having some different kind of viewers. You can't be just dropping f bombs on the she chat.
God knows my heart. He's working on me. I'm a work in progress. Hallelujah.
In the past few episodes, we've been talking a lot about money, saving money, and
Hmm.
making investments and things of that nature, and starting businesses. And I know you have a lot of information about uh, veterans and things that are maybe opportunities or monies or things like that that may be available to them. Maybe you can share some of that stuff with our viewers.
I think we got to have a whole. That might take a whole session, a whole day of your podcast for
You
that.
got a nerve to come sit up in here talking about you want a whole nother day when you done stole one.
I'm getting fired. I could demand shit. You heard me?
You
Nah,
got
you want me to bless the veterans? Let's come to the table with this new contract.
you see this
Hmm.
foolishness.
That's right. That's right. But yep, I got some money for them. Some way they can get some money and get their benefits.
Hmm.
Say no more. Nah.
Mhm.
But that's back to this mushroom guy.
No, back
Uh,
to you. I have a question. So how would a woman know if her man have a side chick?
what?
I
How
guess this is against the bro code.
how would a woman know if a man got a how would a man know if a woman got a side dude?
If you slipping and you ain't doing what you was used to do and what you was supposed to be doing, it's a possibility that somebody grabs her attention. That's my answer to your question. Now, how will we know?
I guess probably the same thing then.
Oh,
I don't know. I don't know.
you
I
do
don't have
know.
an
How
answer for
come
that.
you don't never want to be giving the female viewers assistance on how to make their relationships better? Because if you can identify that it's something actually going on,
How would I know how to identify if somebody got a side chick or a side
you
dude?
don't know.
You got a side dude?
Yeah, I got a side nigga.
Well, I didn't identify. Now I know. You heard it live. She told me she got a side dude. Need to get that side dude some of these damn side deals. You know what I mean? Fuck you mean. Shit.
So you got a side chick?
Yeah, I got a side chick. We give her some of the bills too.
Some.
Give her all the bills. Nah, your side dude gotta take some, and the side chick gotta take some.
What is the description? What is like a side woman does? Is that somebody that you seeing on the side, y'all having sex and all of that?
Oh, honestly, I really
Or
have no clue. I mean, I guess
turn your glass up while you lie. Go to turn your glass up while you lie. You go to turn that glass. That's right. You go turn that
I
glass
think it'd
up.
probably be the same duties that a side dude got.
No, don't keep trying to bounce this shit back over here. I'm asking you.
That's what I do.
I'm not curious to know. I'm sure a lot of the viewers would like to know too.
I don't know, baby. I don't deal with that. I don't got time. You a handful.
So
You the best handful I got, too. I love it.
you
All my energy is devoted on you. I don't got time for all the other shit. Shit. We trying to get millionaires. The fuck I want to share my millionaires with more than two people. Fuck that. I don't got time for that.
I'm serious.
I'm serious
I'm
too.
gonna look it up because I really
Well, look up what? What's a side? You gonna look
Yeah,
up put
yeah,
duties of a side dude.
yeah. I'm gonna look it up and see what.
Duties of a side piece.
I said a side chick.
Why it can't be a dude? What's a dude duties?
I'll look up them both, but I want to do this one first. Is that all
You should do
right?
side piece. That's probably telling both of them. They got a song. What's his name? Uh, not Sugar Bear. Pooh Bear.
Who is Pooh Bear?
Pooh Bear got a song. He left home to be with his side piece.
So it says a side chick's main responsibility is to keep things fun and exciting. Giving him short answers and acting uninterested will make him wish he were doing something else, or even just hanging out with his main partner. Tell them funny stories, ask how they are feeling.
That's a side chick.
It actually has something to say how to be a side chick, the 14
What it
steps.
say about a side dude? They got 14 steps to be a side chick.
That's what it say.
Google is a bug, boy.
Role of a side dude. Whether he's a side guy in the real sense of the word, that is one who performs all boyfriend's duties, including sex, or one who fits all your criteria of a husband material, but is your platonic friend. It is cheating if you're hiding the whole of him from your boyfriend. It is wrong, but they don't say. So the
So the
side
side,
dude is
the
basically.
side, the side, the side nigga fucking, and the side chick is not. Oh,
And then I just tell you not to be dropping these f bombs on the she shed.
the side dude is having relationships, and the side chick is not.
Well, I'm just saying. It say, what's the role of the side piece? A side chick, I just told you, her main responsibility is to keep things fun and exciting. I guess all things fun and exciting.
But they specifically said it for the side dude that they getting a little piece.
That's what it said. You look bothered.
Yeah, I'm look bothered. Why that's, that
You
ain't right. That shouldn't be right.
why isn't it
That
right?
they're equal. They both should be the same.
Oh, really now?
According to that, that's
No, no,
everything.
no, 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 no.
Equal
It's not
opportunity.
according to this. I just want to know, why do you think they should be the same?
Because equal opportunity. There's no such thing as gender.
Equal opportunity.
Yeah, equal opportunity. It should be the same.
Wow.
That's what y'all been fighting
So
for all
it's
this
equal
time.
opportunity when you think it's appropriate? Because you know you
It's
have a
nowhere appropriate.
chauvinistic point of view on a lot of things.
It's no way in hell it's appropriate. I mean, but today's society, I guess people got time to do all that side. I mean, I don't know why people be side pieces in anyway. I mean, they just I don't know. That just don't make sense to me.
I mean, in a world where there's way more women than men,
What they got to do with
and
it?
women are like, you ain't trying to be up on each other. And it's
Shh.
sometimes when you see an opportunity that presents, it's always
So
like where if your
you settle.
woman or if your man is not holding up to what they need to be doing, somebody's like, listen, I'll slide in there, I'll take that.
So in other
So
words,
so I guess the bigger question is, how do you keep it spicy in a relationship where you guys are, eradicate insecurities? Like,
so
how do you keep it fun and exciting and all of those things? What's the motivation so that, um, or can you do some? Can doing all of those things actually prevent the other person from stepping out?
no, because they're gonna step out. They're gonna step out. But the thing is that a lot of people got to look at: do you want to risk losing your 80 for a 20? That's what I'm saying.
Hmm.
So the 20% that you're not getting from that 80, you want to go get a side person for that to get that. But if it come out to light, you lose the 80. Then when you got that 20, if they're trying to get that 80, you mad as hell. But that 20 ain't giving you that 80 because 9 times 10, you was the side piece. He was the side piece. I mean, he got somebody else too, and he don't want you full time, or she don't want you full time. So now you're assed out. So why bother? It just don't make sense to me.
Hmm.
Numbers don't make sense to me. If it don't make sense, don't make numbers sense. It don't make sense to me.
I don't know. I thought it was just an interesting a discussion to have, simply because a lot of times, like, you hear the concept of 20% over here, 80% over there. People are on and off, back and forth, that kind of thing. But what when the 80% ain't really 80 no more? Is it easier to
Did you
like
did you
find ways to spice up a relationship or to rekindle a relationship, or to
But
reconnect
here's the
versus
biggest thing: if it's not,
walking away?
if it's not, the battery low. If it's not, if the 80% not 80 no more, that's something called communication that need to be addressed instead of you just going to take matters in your hand and go get whatever's lacking from somewhere else.
Hmm.
I think that's fucked up. I mean, messed up.
You've been
Uh,
dropping F-bombs in the she shack all night.
it's my last day. I can do that.
That's why you
Uh,
dropping these F-bombs.
yeah. So I mean, that's the crazy part about it. If you
Mhm.
if they're not you're not getting the 80% no more, and you ain't voicing that, and you decide to go off somewhere else, then you ain't want to be in a relationship anyway.
Mm.
So you know, just move on. You're looking for ways to make that 80% go down to 75, 70, and this and that.
Mhm.
And obviously that 20% dude that or chick that's giving it to you, helping you increase to his profit from 20 to 25,
What
30,
would kind of
100.
go into the 80% basket? You think?
Communication.
Like no, like 80% of what's in the basket out of your mate will make it. 80% is communication, and that's what make a relationship work in that basket.
No,
There's not
it's
qualities
more
and
than all that.
characteristics of a.
Yeah,
That's what
of a
I'm
person. But
asking.
everybody 80% is different.
Mhm.
I mean, it all
Mhm.
depends on what you value more or what you're looking for as a partner. The eighty
Okay.
percent is different. So
Mhm. Mhm.
it could
Mhm.
weigh. Some people weigh heavy on communication. Some people weigh heavy on accountability. Weigh heavy on beauty. Weigh heavy on what it varies.
From
So
person to
a
person.
person to person, yeah.
Mhm.
You know,
But typically, when you're looking for qualities in a mate, you're looking for certain characteristics from that individual person that maybe make you feel whole and complete, or are you already going to the table and you already whole and complete, and then this is just
well,
a additive or partnership per se.
well, not to get too religiously, but
After dropping like 3 or 4 F-bombs, I can
once
understand
again, God
why
knows my
you would
heart.
well, like I can understand why you would say that though.
Uh, but you know, a man look for his wife.
Mhm. Mhm.
A man, remember they took the rib from a man to make a woman.
Okay.
So a man ain't never complete till he got his woman.
Okay.
So he's trying to find somebody that could cover up that organ that rib that he took up is covering.
Mhm.
So to make himself complete.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
whatever your qualifications or characteristics that you're looking for in a female have to be the mold of that rib. Ooh, ooh. Thank you,
Can
Holy Spirit. He gave it. That was
Have
deep.
you ever
That was
heard the
deep.
saying, you can't turn a hoe into a housewife? Have you ever heard that saying? And if so, how
You,
do you what is your take on that?
you can't turn a hoe into a housewife. It's true. But
Mm.
sometimes the hoe could be lost. Sometimes the housewife just had some hoish ways and didn't know she was being a hoe, but then you straightened it out, then she became back a wife again. But
Say that again. Like
what is it?
I think you lost
It
me.
went
Like
over
you
your
lost
head,
me. Well, yeah, say that again,
you know?
philosopher. Like you
Yeah,
lost me. Say that
yeah.
again.
I say it again.
Mm.
Sometimes the housewife have some whole tendencies and be doing some whole shit. That don't mean she's a hoe, but then you rectify it. Then she realized she was just had some whole tendencies, and now she back to
What would
being
be?
a now she back to being a housewife. So then you had to turn the hoe to a housewife. You turn the whole tendencies
You
back
ever
into a
thought about
housewife.
being a comedian?
You asked me to explain it again.
I'm
That
just,
is
I'm just trying to get,
same.
I'm just trying to get a hold of this. Never mind.
Yes. see, see, see. But what classifies a hoe?
Yeah, because a
What
man
is
can be a hoe
what
too.
is a hoe?
Depends on, I guess, you want me to look up the Urban Dictionary, or you want
No,
to know what? I mean, like,
just random. What's a hoe?
Well, society says when you have multiple partners and you
But shit,
multiple.
nowadays, if you're
I
not in a
guess
relationship,
everybody's one.
yeah, I guess everybody who is not in a relationship, they fucking with both sides. So both sides they draws. I mean, they're having sexual intercourse. It's all kind of ways.
I personally, I mean, back in the
You want to look it
day,
up? Huh?
yeah, because back in the day, it was thought of someone that has sex in exchange for money. Then it started being,
That's a prostitute.
then it started being, well, if you sleeping around and you have multiple partners, then that qualifies you as a whore. And then there is, if you in a relationship and you step out and you mess around with somebody else, use a hoe. So it's like, there's a lot of definitions for being one.
But it sums up a lot of things you keep hearing that you're having sex with somebody else, more than one person.
Yeah.
I mean, hey,
I think everybody should at least sleep with more than one person in their life. So I guess everybody in the world is a whore.
probably more than one person at the same time frame when you're dating. Like, say you're dating with one person, you sleep
That's
with
what I'm
them.
talking about. Y'all not in no committed relationship. You
So
can
if you're
sleep with
not
who
in
you
it,
want.
yeah, if you're not in a committed relationship, you can sleep with whoever you want. You shouldn't be classified as a hoe.
Exactly, but that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Or you had to hear the old saying, a man get ready to settle down with a woman, but he done spent all his good years on with a hoe. His stamina is
I ain't never
low
heard of that
now,
before.
and this and that. So I mean, like, oh, I see when it starts talking about men being hoes, you
I
don't really
I
want
ain't
to
never
talk
heard
about a
that
man being a hoe.
before. I ain't never heard that before.
Yeah, because the
We
man
can
get
talk
ready.
about it. We
Yeah,
can
because
talk about it.
I mean, how much you think if you sleeping with, you done slept with 50 or 100 women? How much stamina you think you got left when you get ready to settle down with a woman? They getting the leftovers. They getting the 20% because you done gave the 80% away.
Not necessarily. Look, my,
Ooh,
my uncle had a
ooh,
my uncle had a dog. Listen,
ooh.
listen. Let me tell you this quick story. My uncle had a dog one time, a Rottweiler. Had a Rottweiler for years, big bad Rottweiler. I mean, big. You couldn't get close to the cage. He tried to bust through it. He messing with the uncle. He's coming at you. Well, 3 years later, dog fully grown. He decided to get a dog a little something. He'll get another dog, put the dog in the back. The dog gets on top of the female dog, humps on it, kills instantly, rolls over and dies instantly.
He could have just had a bad heart.
But that would have been discovered if he was trying it earlier when he was younger.
I'm not even going there with you with this dog story. I'm not even about to go here with this dog story. I can't even really have an honest and serious conversation with this man. I don't even know why we even really even be trying to do
If the
this.
dog was screwing all his younger years, when he got to older years and got decided to settle down and get babies, he wouldn't have croaked over.
I refuse to try to do this with you. I refuse. I can't do this. I cannot.
Oh,
But
oh,
I'm
praise
just like,
God.
I mean, but seriously thinking, I'm like, in all honesty, because when we even going back to the topic of mental health and mental wellness,
Mhm.
people really get affected, especially during this time of the year when you had the holidays just passed, and then you got Valentine's Day is coming, and
Yeah,
then you know what I mean, and you have a lot of
pressure,
uh
pressure from
yeah,
your significant others.
big breakups, you know what I mean, and heartbreaks, or the loss of a significant other, or things like that, or even trying to rebound maybe after a breakup or divorce or something like that, and you're trying to figure it out, like you really trying to find your footing, especially if you over 40 and looking in the dating world, like
How do you do that?
you know I mean there's some great over 40 singles out there. I'm not like taking away from it by any means, but it's like even trying to like get yourself back out there at when you're a woman or a man of a certain age, it can be very difficult,
Mhm.
or you can be vulnerable. Even as an adult, a person over 40, if you've been single for a while and you want to get into a relationship, you can literally, have some vulnerabilities where it's like,
You settle and they take
or
advantage
find
of you.
yourself in a not so, kosher kind of relationship, or finding yourself making sacrifices and, all kinds of stuff just to try to keep a relationship
Be
going,
relevant. Yeah.
like to try to keep it going, you
Right.
know? Like seriously, it's rough,
Mhm.
and not even just for people over 40. I hear even younger women saying they having difficulties, like just securing a mate.
Mm,
So much so they like just forget it. I don't even want to do it no more. I don't even want to try no more. I'll
mm,
just be by myself.
mm. I guess it take a real person to come by and get them out of that funk. You know what I mean? Get somebody else to get them out of that funk, so they know that companion is always good. Sometimes it's needed.
We ain't just talking about no companion here.
But what I'm saying,
I
okay,
mean,
all
we
right,
got plenty
a
girlfriends
partner.
and guys we can hang out with. We ain't talking
You
about
know
just
what I mean?
companions. We
You know what I
talking we
mean?
talking a little more than just
You
companionship.
know what I mean?
You
You know what I
know,
mean? A relationship
yeah.
always good. So but
Because I mean, like it's only but so far, so much personal items that are created to bring sexual satisfaction can do.
run it by me again.
I said there's only so much items that are created to bring sexual satisfaction
Sex toys
can
you talk about?
can do. At
Oh,
some
yeah.
point, you're gonna need a partner to help you with it.
Right, right, right,
You
right,
know, people
right,
get lonely.
right.
That even can bring us back to the original topic when we were talking about the older adults and walking in these places and committing crimes at 72 years old. There has to be something going on. That could have been a loss of a wife or children,
Could have
or
been.
all kinds of stuff.
Somebody could have stole something from him.
You never know. It could have been racially charged.
The
It could have been.
Asians. Asians killing Asians.
I'm
I
just
take
saying.
racial out of it.
Oh, they take the race out of it.
Yeah.
So Asians can't discriminate against Asians.
Can blacks discriminate against blacks?
We do it every day.
Well, I guess you Asians could discriminate against Asians then. I
It
guess
happens
so.
every day. I don't mean that that doesn't mean that it's right. It kind
I'm
of
waiting
like,
on to see what the story come out. You just can't say the guy just walked into the dance studio and just started shooting at
mhm.
72 years old. I mean, something had to be going on over there. Somebody had somebody walk.
We going back to these jokes. We are constantly in these jokes. We are you are just constantly there. But I do enjoy talking to you very much. You always giving me some great insight and perspectives. Um, it's often hard to talk to a man, especially a mate, about
Whew, I
dating
pulled that
or
back in. Ain't no joking about death. It ain't bad. It ain't good
no,
for the
it's
face.
not. It's not a
But boy,
fun
I
life
got
at
jokes. It might be too
man.
early for my jokes for that, but
It might. I think it is too early.
I
I
got
think when
jokes, boy.
if you come back,
I got jokes about it.
if you come back, then we'll be able to like
I mean, he really felt some kind of way about his wonton soup. But go, go
it's
ahead.
another joke. Like you just keeping them
uh,
coming.
all right.
You're just gonna get us kicked off of social media. People gonna stop watching us.
Kanishiwa. Uh, but yeah, I mean, like you said, mental health is serious. It's not a joke. It's really there. It's real.
I think I'm gonna do a panel. I
Can
think
I
I'm gonna
be
do a
on it?
panel. No, this is not gonna be for you. I really
Why
want to
not?
have some candid discussion with women of all different ages, younger, like from 20s to the 40s, or like dating women, and just kind of get an idea of some of the challenges that they're actually dealing with
Oh,
out
you talking
here.
about dating
And then
single life?
no, and I also want to talk to men. I want to get the point of view from men to find out, what seems to be like some of the instabilities. Although we seeing marriages happening at an all-time high and people being in committed relationships and things of that nature. Um, oftentimes, you see people are starting to kind of like cross cultural lines, and they're marrying people in different cultures and things like that,
How
finding
do
love in different
is that
places.
a good thing or a bad thing as far as marrying
You
outside your
love who you
race?
love. You love who you love. You love who you love. You love who you love. I'm not one of those. And all right, women, don't shoot me. No, do not shoot me. I do not want to be shot at. But I believe you love who you love.
True, true.
I'm not a person that says, and I was brought up in a household, you better not bring no white boy home. I was
Mm.
brought up like that. You do not. Whatever you
I'm
do,
I'm far from that.
you
Mm.
don't bring no white boy home. I don't care who you date. You date them one at a time and it can't be white. That was the rule.
Damn.
That was the rule. That was the rule. I was brought up like that.
Damn.
My
Love
mom
is
did not
love.
play that. But I mean, even like it took me a little while. Even like our son is in an interracial relationship.
Mm-hmm.
hmm He's in an
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Like you
interracial
say, you love who
relationship.
you
You
love.
love who you love, absolutely. But it took me a minute. I ain't gonna lie.
Shout out to Secretary.
I ain't gonna lie. Not that I didn't like her, so don't take this personally, Reese. Do not take this personally. But I did had to get over some stuff because
You
I
wasn't the
mean
only one.
it was embedded in me.
Y'all was like, guess who's coming to dinner?
Yeah, it was like guess who's coming to dinner. It was.
Ah.
It was.
They're like, who brought that white person in his house?
Reese, it wasn't personal. I swear it wasn't personal. I don't see her on the live tonight, and she always be on
I
here.
wish she was.
But when
Well,
she do see
I
us,
can't talk about it unless she there. Is she there? Wait, is she on Instagram? No.
mm.
Well, I wish she was on. Well, I ain't gonna talk about it. I'll mess with her next time.
But I'm just saying, love is love.
Right.
Love is
Right.
love.
Like Chris gonna be mad at me. Dad, really?
The last thing I kind of wanted to bring up,
Okay.
kind of like talk about, because I was looking, considering the fact that there's been so much loss, and speaking of which, I sent my condolences to my really great friend. I mean, amazing friend, who has recently lost her mother. I want you to know that I love you, girl. I don't want to put your name all over my show, but I just want you to know that I love you. I don't even really know what to say when someone lose, someone as significant and as profound as their mother.
Right.
But if there's anything it is that I can do to just be there for you, I got your back, girl. I just want
Right.
you to know I got your back.
Right. On the same token,
Um,
another condolences to a co-worker of mine, Stephanie. I ain't gonna see your last name. She lost her husband. Condolences. My frat brother Wayne lost his wife
mm,
from 22 years of marriage,
wow,
27 years together.
wow.
So just hang in there. Praying for both of y'all. Stay strong.
There's actually stages to um getting to a point like when you're grieving.
Hmm.
There's actually stages to that, and sometimes people are very insensitive when
Yeah.
someone else is grieving, right? And they think that grieving is just related to death, and it's truly not. I
Right.
mean,
And there's no
sometimes
timetables for
it's no
grieving.
timetable.
Right.
Um, but sometimes when you have experienced a loss, you grieve it. Even if it's to a family pet, you can grieve that loss. To a relationship, a friendship, a boyfriend, girlfriend, man, woman relationship, there's still a loss. And believe it or not, people still experience the same steps when they're grieving death versus when they're grieving the loss of a relationship or an individual that was profound in their lives.
Wow. Yeah.
And sometimes, you hear people say, "Oh, you jonesing," when a relationship break up or something like that. That's just, a contemporary way to say that you're grieving the loss of that relationship or that significant person that was in your life.
Hmm.
I think that sometimes we have to exercise a little patience and a whole bunch of understanding when people are going through that process, and know that it's okay to actually do it. Know
Right.
that it's okay that just because a person has not transitioned on, that a loss is a loss, and you still feel the sense of loss, and it's okay to acknowledge that that's what you're feeling.
Correct. Correct.
That it's cool. You ain't always got to be strong, because people like, oh, a guy tell guys or whatever. A girl be like, oh, girl, get him. Don't worry about him, or don't worry about her. That wasn't your friend, or he was messing around. Whatever the case may be, the loss is still a loss. You still feel what you feel inside.
Right. Right.
You know,
Right.
um, and that heartbreak is real.
Right.
And sometimes people actually they minimize it, but there's help out there. There's help to help you grieve.
Yeah.
There's grief
I think some
counseling.
people minimize it because they don't know no better until they go through it.
Yeah,
So, but
because you never know what you're gonna do until it happens to you.
correct.
You
Correct.
never know how you're gonna respond. Say, oh, you hear people say, oh, girl, that could never be me. I would never do this, or I would never do that, or I would, this or that and the third. But you never know how you would actually deal with. Hey, you never know how you would deal with something until it happens to you.
Hmm.
It happens to you.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right.
So it was good chatting with you, though.
Likewise.
Thank you for
Likewise.
coming
I
to the She
enjoyed it.
Shack and chatting with me
On my
tonight.
last day here,
Um,
getting fired already. We done lost Facebook.
yeah, well, we've been having some technical difficulties, guys, and I thank you so much for bearing in with us.
Thank.
Our platform right now is still small. We still filming live from our basement. But we're trusting God for big and amazing things, and we're doing it with your help, and it is greatly appreciated. Today, it was a small goal for me. I mean, some people have hundreds and thousands of followers and get hundreds and thousands of likes every single day, but the She Shack got its first 100 likes,
What?
and it was so big for me. And I'm like, ah, we got 100 likes, So I'm just happy about that, and I'm just thankful for the
That's
support.
big. That's
Yeah, I
big.
mean, we got 100 likes, a
That's
hundred
big.
likes, and people are communicating with us and talking to us and supporting us. We actually got a couple shares on our show.
Hmm.
Um, and I thank y'all for that. Our goal is to constantly do what we can to bring about some love and some inspiration to other people. So I am just so grateful. I am humbled for just even having this opportunity to be able to do this. I'm looking forward to what we're planning for the month of February. It is Black History Month, and it will be an amazing time here in the She Shack. We are just, not literally painting the walls black, but we are going to be um, supporting black businesses, black owned. I don't care what. Hey, Bentley. I don't care what it is that your business is. If you're a CPA, if you're a medical doctor, if you're a nurse practitioner, if you're a registered nurse, a LPN, if you have an event space, entertainment, barbershop, beauty salon, uh, financial advisement, wealth management, whatever. If you sell houses, whatever it is, we want to hear from you. We would love to feature you, your business, your story on the She Shack. This is not about like getting wealthy per se. This is more or less about spreading the love all around the community. So if there's anything that we can do to help
Sit.
build a community of wealth,
Sit.
that is the goal. So if you own a business, home health agency, if you're doing something in rehabilitation services, whatever it is that you're doing, we would absolutely love to hear from you here in the She Shack. So you can send us an email at it's the She Shack at conversationswithaqueen.com. We would love to hear from you. We have an amazing lineup coming up very, very soon. And I cannot wait to share the information with you, from home buying to financial advisement to banking to planning the event, actual event planners, um, CPAs. I'm reaching out to everybody in the local business area that has a business, whether you're doing something spectacular in your community, a service that you're providing, even down to your church family. If you are doing something, we would love to hear from you. That is what this platform was built on, and that is what this platform is about. We're going to be inviting some of our old guests that has been here because the She Shack will be turning one in 45 days.
45 days?
45 days. It has
Wow.
been 1 year, and I thank God for the consistency and the courage to get on this live every night and
Mhm.
bring about information and laugh and talk with you guys and bring some empowerment and being very transparent. This is the year of growth. The seeds has been planted in 2022 and in 2023. You either gonna grow with us or you're gonna watch us grow. It's really your choice. But we
Mhm.
would love for to have you to grow with us. So check us out on YouTube, Conversations with a Queen from the She Shack. You can find us on Facebook. Uh, you can find us on WhatsApp. You can find us on Twitter. You can find us on LinkedIn. On all social sites, we have covered those, even on TikTok. And if anybody out there really know how to use TikTok, I would really appreciate it if you taught me how to do it. But
She's
we
TikToking.
I would love to know how to really do TikTok. I'm trying to figure that part out. But I thank you guys so much for tuning in with us. It is always a pleasure to sit here with you. I have truly enjoyed the conversation with Mr. Trench here
Last day.
over a nice glass of Moscato. It's been absolutely wonderful. Instagram, the love that y'all are showing me is absolutely powerful. I'm talking about every week. Y'all keep growing and
Go.
growing in
Go.
multitude. And I'm talking about, I just, listen, I'm starting to feel like I need to start sending y'all some thank you cards and gifts because you guys are just doing the damn thing. And I appreciate you so much for your just continual support every single week, every post, every like. You guys are doing it. Thank you so much. We will see y'all next week right here from the She Shack Live. Good night, y'all.
Good night. She gonna see y'all because she
Bye.
fired me.
Oh yeah, cause you know
Ain't that some shit?
you like my shoes.
Yeah, I like them.
Yes,
Oh yeah.
thank you. Good night, y'all.